welcome back to my channel, and today I am super excited because I have partnered with Green Chef. Green Chef is a USDA certified organic company, and they include everything that you need to create some delicious meals that you can feel great about eating. Today I am going to be unboxing and trying a meal from the keto option. Not only do they have a box specific for people who do keto, they cater to a lot of other dietary preferences as well, such as paleo, vegan, vegetarian, pescatarian, gluten-free, omnivore. So however you may eat, they have a box for you. So without further ado, let's start unboxing, seeing what's inside this box. All right, so all of your meal kits show up in this one Green Chef box. Inside, it has this like really thick insulation that keeps everything cool inside and frozen during shipping. So we can open it up, and usually on top they keep the leafy vegetables. So we'll slowly unbox all of these. We got some kale, we got some organic green chard. And now we have reached the brown bags that contain all of the ingredients for each individual recipe. So this first one is some spiced pork chops. Up next, we got some Cuban chicken with chimichurri. And lastly, we got some Kenyan chicken curry. So each of these bags contains these specific sauces or spices or sometimes vegetables that are needed in the recipe. And once you get through with the bags, you can see that there is this cardboard cutout. And beneath that, there are these big old ice packs. These are huge. I actually used some of these in my move the other day, and it kept everything frozen solid because they're really nice. So there's one layer of ice pack, and beneath that is all the meat that you're going to need. So here we have, what is this? Pork chops. We have some boneless, skinless chicken breasts. And lastly, we have boneless, skinless chicken thighs. So that is everything that comes in the box. There's another ice pack at the bottom, and that ensures your food stays frozen solid during shipping. And then lastly, inside we have the ingredient cards that show you the different meals that are in your box. On each of the ingredient cards, it shows you all the information about the recipe, the net carbs, the calories, the ingredients, what you'll need, and then you flip it over and they have a very detailed guide of how to make every recipe. Now that we've unboxed our Green Chef box, let's go ahead and jump into cooking. The recipe I'm going to make is this Cuban chicken with chimichurri. Since I'm Cuban, I thought it would be, you know, fitting to do the Cuban chicken recipe. One thing I really like about Green Chef is in all of the meals you get a wide variety of organic ingredients, plus every bit of the packaging that is in their products is recyclable as well. So A+ to them for being really good to the environment. Alright, so now we're gonna go ahead and start cooking, but since I'm here in Baytown, I thought it would be great to have my mom join me, and she's gonna help me cook this Green Chef meal today. Super excited, woo! All right, so I guess the first thing we're gonna do is see what is inside this Cuban chicken with chimichurri bag that has all of the ingredients in it. First up, we have organic butternut squash. We have some creamy chimichurri sauce. We have an organic green bell pepper. I believe that this is a small yellow onion. Some organic almonds that aren't focusing. There we go, some organic almonds. And the last thing we have in this bag is an organic Cuban spice blend. All of the ingredients that you need for this meal are always included in the Green Chef box. However, on the side of the recipe card, it shows you what you need. So we need a large saute pan, a medium pot, some measuring cups and spoons, peeler, strainer, potato masher, and a thermometer. So now we're just going to flip this recipe card over and start cooking our Cuban chicken with chimichurri. And this recipe is a little bit higher in carbs. It says there is 16 grams of net carbs. So depending on how many carbs you eat per day, it could be a little bit on the higher side, but sometimes I use up all my carbs in one meal, so it's not that big of a deal to me. All right. Let's get started because I'm excited to try this recipe.
Hey Catherine, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
I just want to know, are you as spicy as this Cuban spicy mix?
Spicier. So what she's going to do is just dice these up into little, about 1/2-inch pieces because I think we're going to boil them and mash them.
I already peeled them. So
oh yeah, she's peeled them.
Yeah.
One thing I really like about Green Chef is that they basically do the meal planning, grocery shopping, and most of the prep work for you. So getting these meals delivered to your door when you're kind of running low on time but still want some delicious meals, it's really cool because I would never make something like this. But
and remember, it's good that the vegetables are coming to you fresh and whole, because they stay fresh longer that way. If they chopped them up and got those vegetables ready for you, they'd go bad right away.
So now my mom is placing the diced squash into a medium-sized pot. Now that my mom has added in the diced squash, what we're going to do is add in some water until it just covers the top. Now we're gonna salt it. Now I'm just gonna let it come to a boil and boil it for 10 to 12 minutes and then we'll drain it and smash it. Up next, we are going to prep the veggies and nuts. And what we're doing is cutting these green bell peppers into like 1/4 inch strips. And then we are removing the ends off of this yellow onion and chopping up these organic almonds.
Work. Did you peel the onion yet?
Oh no.
Here, let me peel that for you.
Since I took a lot of food microbiology classes, one thing I always like to note is be very aware of cross-contamination. So we're gonna add a little bit of salt and some pepper to the chickens, but we're going to do that with clean hands before we touch the chicken breast. Now I'm just gonna take my big knife and cut this chicken breast into about 1-inch strips. Now that I've sliced up my chicken breast, I'm going to use my Cuban spice blend and sprinkle it all over the tops of the chicken. And now the chicken is ready to be cooked and evenly coated in the seasoning. And now it's time to go wash my hands before I touch anything else in the kitchen. Now I'm going to add a couple of teaspoons of olive oil into a saute pan. And I am going to put that to about medium heat and let it start heating up. Now that my oil is hot, I am going ahead and adding my strips of chicken into my saute pan. We're gonna sear these on each side for about 4 to 6 minutes. Now that the chicken is seared on all sides, we are going to take all the vegetables and nuts we prepped earlier and throw it into the pan with the chicken. And lastly, I'm going to add in 1/2 cup of water and let everything cook down until the chicken is fully cooked. I am just sitting here stirring this up a little bit, but one thing I really like about Green Chef is it forces me to try recipes that are kind of outside of the box that I'd never tried. They have an array of recipes that range from like global cuisine to classic comfort foods that we all know and love. We just finished cooking the butternut squash. We drained it, and now since I don't have a potato masher or we can't find it at my mom's house, we are going to use a fork and just kind of mash it into a chunky mash. As you can see, I've smashed up this butternut squash. What I'm going to do next is take 1/2 of this creamy chimichurri sauce packet, and I'm gonna mix it up a little bit with my hands, and I'm gonna pour it right into this butternut squash. and just mix that all together. I finished mixing together the butternut squash mash, and I just finished the chicken, and oh my gosh, this smells incredible. Now I've set out my plates, and I'm going to plate these and make them all pretty. I just finished plating my dish, and it looks beautiful. The final step is drizzling the rest of this creamy chimichurri sauce over the tops of the chicken and veggies. Do you want to do that, Mom?
Sure. Oh, is it open already?
Yeah, it has a little cut.
It goes over chicken and veggies?
Yep.
Yum.
No.
Man, I feel like we're eating at one of those fancy South American restaurants.
We just finished putting together our Cuban chicken with chimichurri, and now me and my mom are going to give it a try.
Actually, I've been trying it. She keeps yelling at me. This is good, y'all.
Mmm.
Oh,
That squash is delicious.
so good. Oh my God.
Well guys, I hope that you enjoyed us cooking this Green Chef meal. Me and my mom had a great time in the kitchen cooking it together, and it tasted delicious as well. If you are interested in giving Green Chef a try, you can go to greenchef.us/Katherine. I will have that linked down below in the description, and you will get $50 off of your first Green Chef box, which I must say is a pretty awesome deal. Especially if you're looking to try it, you should check it out. So without further ado, I hope that you enjoyed this recipe, and me and my mother over here cooking it together. So if you enjoyed it, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel down below, and we will see y'all again real soon with another video. Bye guys! Look, blow a kiss with me. Oh. Mwah!